how's it going? And welcome back to my channel. I'm Shika, and today we are going to be going over how you can choose a profitable niche. Let's face it, without a profitable niche, you can't really grow a brand, and there are a lot of us out there, and really to be successful on social media, you need to make sure that you are filling in the holes. Today I'm going to go over a few tips for you to help you find how you can fill in the holes, how to find out where those holes are, and really just finding a niche that can work towards your business brand or your business goals or where you want to go in life and where you want to go with this content, because that's really content, social media, it's used for as a tool, as I tell you guys all the time. So let's get into it, okay? So the first thing is, what are you good at? I know this is a rhetorical question, sorry the screen is bothering me. What are you good at? Are you good at fashion? Are you good at lifestyle? Yes, passion is great. Do your dreams, follow your dreams, totally for that. But we gotta be realistic here, because you gotta follow your dreams also where the demand is, which we're gonna go into later on. So write down a list of things that you're good at. So what I did is I was really good at fashion when I started. I was like, bam, bam, I love my style. But now I'm just like almost all the time in like athleisure clothes because I love being comfortable. But anyways, so fashion, I love traveling. I travel almost every single month. As you guys know, if you don't know that, check my Instagram. It's at Shika_Shika, just a shameful little advertisement right there. Go check it out, go check it out. And then also lifestyle. Wellness is huge for me. As you guys can see from my plants, this one's kind of dying, so don't judge me. I am a hippie. Like, this is like me. This is like literally me. I have my crystals, all that stuff. So I get to share that about my lifestyle on my stories. I don't make it my complete big thing, but it's a huge part of who I am and why I started my whole social media journey. So I do make sure I share that in all different ways. Write down your list of things, about up to 5 niches that you're interested in and where you want to go into Instagram. That's number 1. So once you've gotten that, you have your list, you're like, okay, now we got 5 things. Shika, I thought you said you were gonna niche down. We will, don't worry. This is just to give you a feel of where you're at. The next step is, what are your long-term goals? Now this is very key. For some of you guys, and keep in mind, don't compare your goals from other people. There are so many of you guys out there that just compare, oh, I wanna be a full-time blogger because that's what I think success is. Sometimes, some people, success is to go 9 to 5 every single day in the job that they love, but being able to go to press events on weekends and at evenings, and that's what makes them happy. So I want you to write down underneath, make a little line, separate the two, and write down your business goals that relate to it. Now, make sure, this is one of the things people tend to do that's a huge mistake. A little tip for you, do not follow business goals that go into your interests. You know why? Because sometimes you'll notice that there is a link or there isn't a link between your business goals and your niche. And this is where you can fix the little connection here. So for example, if you're into lifestyle, fashion, whatnot, but you're a nutritionist and your goal is to open up a practice of your own or to do a course on nutrition or whatever, obviously that's a part of lifestyle, but it's not to say that's something that you wrote down. So you might have to go back and edit your niche just to start off with. Also keep in mind that when you are choosing a niche, choose a niche that you're not gonna be sick and tired of, because you're gonna be doing it all the time. You're gonna be posting content all the time, and what people do, which I'll go into later, is later on when they see other brands starting to approach them, they're like, well, maybe I should start fashion now because there's so many brands with clothing that wanna, want me to promote their stuff. Don't do that. Stick with what you like. Stick with the brand. Wait for the brand, or go reach to the brand that relates to your values. Don't switch off just because you think, hey, everyone's doing fashion, that's easier, let me go over there. No. The second thing that I really wanted to focus with you guys in relation to what are your long-term goals is, some of you guys, some of those goals might not be something that's attainable right now, but there's something that you're working into. And one thing that I will remind you is, as you start to build your brand, those opportunities might come in closer. One of my mentorees that I mentor, yes, I'm a social media mentor, this is why I'm giving you guys advice. One of my social media mentorees, what she was mentioning is, she said that, oh, she really wanted to do events, public speaking and all that stuff. So I was like, awesome, that sounds great, why not do that? And what I told her was, I was like, I think this should be something that you can foresee depending on your growth as a brand. Maybe people really enjoy what you're doing. And now I've been working with her for 4 months. She's doing 2 events on mental health this fall. and it's completely sponsored. She's getting paid for it. It's absolutely amazing. So that's a great example of showing that you might have some goals that might not necessarily look attainable because you're just starting, or maybe you're rebranding or whatever, but let me tell you, and I've been there, it will eventually get to the point where you'll notice, hey, like I'm getting closer to my goals, it's all making sense. Now that you know your niches of probably 4 to 5 possible ones up to that, and then maybe, you know, your long-term goals, you want to connect the two. So look at your niches, look at your goals. Maybe there's some of them that already relate to you. So for example, if you want to open a boutique and you want to be in fashion lifestyle, that connects with it. So at the end of the day, you're on a good path. However, a good little indicator is if you notice that your goals and your niche are not aligned, you need to rethink them. You need to go deeper with your niche. You have to go reevaluate your list of 5 or up to 4 and go and say, okay, what niche does go with my goals? And what niche do I genuinely want to create content? Because what people don't understand is when you're building a brand, the creative component is only 20% of it. I tell you guys this all the time, 20% content, 80% strategy. So if you don't have the content part, that's an easy fix. You know, there's a lot of people who have a great brand idea, but their content, you know, is like, it's still good, it's still okay, but it ain't amazing, you know, but they're still doing amazing things because they're strategizing, they're understanding their audience, they're listening to their audience, they're filling in the holes, okay, which we're gonna get into next time. Now, let's say you've picked your niche, you picked your 1 niche, you picked your 2 niches. Also, a little tip for you, you could always say like fashion lifestyle is a great component. You don't need to necessarily only say fashion, you could do lifestyle to break it down in the lifestyle of being a fashionable blogger or influencer. So now that you have your niche, now that you know your goals, your 3 goals that you want to set long-term, short-term, whatever it is, your next step is what topic are you not going to get sick of? I know it sounds weird, but now you have your niche, you just need to like reaffirm. Keep in mind that you're creating content on a day-to-day basis, maybe 5 times a week, maybe every single day, but you're being consistent. So you don't want to make it feel like a chore. The moment that content creation turns into a chore, you get burnout. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You burn out, you don't like it anymore, you're not enjoying it, you're just like, why am I even doing this content thing anyways? So the key thing is to make sure you look at your content and say like, if I need to do about like, literally be obsessed with this content and creation for X amount of time or until I get to my brand, am I willing to commit to it? Now, keep in mind, I'll give you guys a story. I've been doing content creation for my own personal brand for almost 4 years. Oh my God, 4 years is crazy. And then I've also been doing PR media for 7 years. So I've had a lot of experience in the space. Like I've done the fashion industry, I've done nonprofit. Now I do my own brand, I do travel lifestyle, and it's amazing, I love it. But one thing that I did notice is as I went along, I started to evolve. I found a niche within my niche, which will get to that point eventually. And if you are someone watching this right now where you have your niche and everything, but now you're contemplating, should I niche down? Maybe, because you need to relook and see, okay, are the content that I'm giving, the value I'm giving to people, is it still needed? Is there a shift there? Is there something else people are asking for? Is there other ways that people connecting with me and my content? Is there a deeper thing that I can give people? The next thing is which niche has a small audience with needs for demand. So obviously once you get that niche, you want to niche in the niche. So what I mean by that is if you're doing fashion, that's a huge niche. There's fashion design, there's fashion lifestyle, there's budget fashion, there's luxury fashion, there's fashion DIY. I could go on and on. I'm not gonna bore you here because we want to get to the point. But my point is there's so much fashion out there. There's so many points. But if you're saying fashion for curvy girls on a budget, we're going really niche now because now you're focusing on a specific person. You know what the person's needs are. You're also a curvy girl who also is on a budget. Oh, awesome. Now you even know the brands that work well for your mom. Fantastic. You know your audience, they know you, they can relate with you, that is a perfect niche for you. So know your audience, fill the hole. Now how you do that is using a few little extensions. I like to use keywords. I don't know if you guys have that, download it. You can download it for Chrome or Safari, I believe. Keywords is a free thing. Awesome, right? Don't gotta pay, don't need to put a budget. I'm all about free stuff. You download an extension and what it does is when you go into Google, you can search up different things. And when you search it up, you can actually see like how many times people are searching it on a monthly basis, as well as the cost per click. So that's gonna be really great for you when you go into advertising or just later on when you're looking for a need. It's just understanding the behavior of your audience. That's gonna help you, so do your research. Another great place is just to start on your profile. If you already have a profile right now and you're starting to rethink your niche, start asking your audience. Now, obviously, if you're going from travel to fashion, you're gonna have skewed results just because those people might not necessarily be interested in that topic. However, know that you can, get some kind of a basis of what their needs are, and you can also kind of start with that type of stats to keep in mind, so that when you're niching down for your first, say, I don't know, a video or post or blog post, you have something that people are searching for. So it's really comes down to making sure that whatever your niche is, you're talking to a specific person, not people's, when you're starting off. And then when the needs come, when you start to go on with your brand, you can evolve. You could adjust the niche a little bit more and more and more to a point where you can get to a place where it's growing, because you're listening to your audience. My last tip is don't be afraid to evolve. Now, this might sound really weird, but if you're someone who's watching this video right now and you've been in a niche for 9 years, or you've been blogging for a while, been doing videos for a while, and you feel like you're plateauing, this is gonna relate to you. This is also great for those of you who are just starting off and maybe necessarily haven't hit that yet. So evolution is a huge part. It's even a big thing with just branding and media in general. And me being, an expert and also working in social media for the past 7 years, one thing that I do and I always tell people is like, we don't like the same boring thing. I'll give you an example. If you eat cereal, Cheerios every single day, eventually it's not gonna taste so good as much as the first day, right? But if you have Cheerios like the next 3 days and then all of a sudden you have avocado and toast. Avocado and toast is gonna be the bomb thing. It's still breakfast, but it's a little bit something different. It has, toast now, there's some avocado, maybe you put some fettuccine, I'm just joking. You put some cheese on that, all that stuff, it tastes really good. Branding and media goes in trends. So it's like up, plateau, up, plateau. When you plateau, before you go up, before you keep on plateauing, you need to change something. And it can be many things, which I'll go into in a different video, but you need to change something about your brand. That could be your niche. It could be finding a niche within a niche. It could be the way you're talking to people. It could be the content that you're editing. It could be the content you're providing. It could be the topics of your blog. It could be the videos that you're creating. Maybe people are getting too used to it. Maybe people aren't looking for those needs for those videos anymore. It can be so many levels of things, but those are kind of the things that you need to look for when you are finding a niche. And even when you do get that niche and you're like, I'm good, I'm great, I'm good to go, people are gonna love me, still keep in mind that people have different needs, right? So you have to go back to it and see, okay, is this niche still relevant to my audience, to the person that I'm talking to? And if not, then maybe you have to switch something a little bit or shift it a little bit. And that's where you get the branding. That's when things grow. That's when things engage. That's when you start to have a great brand and people care about you. Hopefully that really helps you guys out. I think not a lot of people, a lot of content creators or people who are experts always say niche down, niche down, niche down, which is great, but how? Why are you niching down? And I wanted to explain that to you guys. You want to niche down so people can expect, they know what type of content to expect. It's also easier for you to direct what content you want to provide. It allows you to be the expert because there's so many of us on social media, but there is room for all of us. So making sure that you find a little hole for you where people are needed, they need content in that area, and you so happen to know a lot of stuff and love that content in that area. So that makes such a big difference. It also allows you to build a brand into it over time. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, put the notification bells on, subscribe so you can not miss another one of these videos, because it's helpful and I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to tell you the real deal. Check out the other videos on how to grow, captions, all that stuff to help you get started. Also, if you're interested, I am a social media mentor. I'm an expert. I've been working in this industry for 7 years. So if you are interested in having a one-on-one kind of learning more about the mentoring program, I do give a free 30-minute just little chat that we talk and we get to learn more about, how can we help your brand, what value you can bring to your audience, because that is the key thing and that's what I really preach on here. And get to know you, because that's the most important part about having someone who helps you out. This is one tip I can give you guys. If you're looking for a mentor or any expert, make sure you get to know the person, because that's key. You need to make sure that you have some kind of, you're able to get along with that person. So I do check that out, making sure that it's beneficial to you for the program. I also have a tour coming up this fall. It's gonna be amazing and I'm so excited. It's September, and in October we're going to Vancouver, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Toronto, Halifax, Edmonton. All you ladies out there, we're here to empower other content creators and women. We have some amazing sponsors such as HelloFresh, New Canada, Aero Athletics, so many amazing, over 15 whoa, over 15 sponsors. Go check it out. I'll leave the link down below, and make sure you get your tickets because it's limited. We're making it more of an intimate thing. It's gonna be really great. There's gonna be a panel with some of the top content creators and influencers and players of social media in the city. So it's gonna be bomb. You don't wanna miss it. Check me out if you wanna come say hi, hello, connect with me. It's at Chica_Chica on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Like I said, videos every Wednesdays and Fridays. I'll talk to you guys really soon. Thank you so much. Niche, niche, niche.